to move some motors, let's take a proper good look at the stag and see exactly what parts we're going to need. Right, so in the last video you will have seen that this panel here is absolutely buggered. You know, you've got two panels under here, which there's nothing left. You'll probably see me later on taking a bit of chrome work out. Another panel there, buggered. Front valance, might look alright from a distance, but up close, it's absolutely shot. I mean, as soon as you try and bare metal that, that's going to be knackered. But we do seem to have original Lucas headlamps that are made out of glass, which apparently are quite expensive. Moving on to the side, the tyres have stayed up after we pumped them up, so might be able to get away with old ones, but they do feel quite hard and there's some cracking down there, so those are probably again going to need to be replaced. Taking a look at the front wing, it's full of filler and there's a lot of rust underneath said filler. Again, absolutely shot. Feeling on the inside though, I don't know if you can hear that, but we are absolutely solid there. So it's just looking like a front wing. Taking a look down on the scuttle here, we've got an awful lot of rust again. I've done this similar repair work to my MG. Yeah, but it's just a case of taking the whole window screen out. You want to cut the rubber to avoid damaging the chrome trims, because those are expensive and sometimes you can't even buy them at all. It may require the dash coming out, or we might be able to get away with putting a wet towel down there just to protect it from being burnt. But I mean, if we are looking at most of the chrome is in actually quite good shape, so we're fairly happy with that. Looking down here in the rain channel, again this seems to be quite rusted, it's barely hanging on by a thread. That's definitely going to need quite a lot of attention as well. Looking at this door, it's pretty well shot at the bottom there. It's looking like it's going to need a brand new door skin. And while we're around it, the sills again. Probably see by the pile of rust on the floor, those are also shot. Moving on to the back arch. Again, a lot of rust around here, but fairly solid further up. So again, looking like we're going to need a back panel. But again, just like the front, you feel inside in the actual inside of the arch, it's fairly solid. So, and just an outer panel change is a fairly simple and easy job for these. Moving on to the back of the car, the boot itself, absolutely shot. There's no saving that, not even a reskin can fix that, so that's going to need a complete new boot. You can just see it's buggered. But I mean, back panel wise, it's not too bad around here. I mean, it's going to need a little bit of plating around here, but actually all this is actually fairly solid from the looks of it, but no doubt I will be finding some rust there. Now moving on to probably the best part of the car is probably the interior. I mean, other than maybe a little tiny crack in the dash there, it's all here. I mean, the carpets are up, but I mean, it's all here. The seats are in pretty good shape. I mean, it might do with a gear gator maybe. I mean, it's set. We've got 82,000 on the clock. I've got no service history of this whatsoever, so I do not know if it's 82,000 or 182,000 or 282,000. So yeah, judging it's probably been off the road since 2012, I guess it's probably maybe 182,000. I would not have thought this has done 82,000 from the wear on the handbrake there. Right, also now looking at the floors, they don't seem too bad either. It all seems like it's just the outer body panels that's the bad rust, and on the inside it doesn't look like too bad of a car. Now if we move around to the back, here, and then is it just that goes up there? Do have a little bit of a hole, can't really see there, so I'll move the tripod. A little bit of a hole down there, but I do have the repair panel for that in the boot. So yeah, going back to, it just seems to be the outer panels that have the bad rust. Well, you've got to ask yourself why is that? Now, I think in the past someone's done a bit of a cheap respray on it. You know, there seems to be quite a lot of filler skimmed all over it. And if you give it a good look, there doesn't seem to be primer on there. It's just, they've just skimmed filler over bare metal, and obviously it's just rusted away behind it. And then even if you're looking at the top coat, this seems to be just a 2K paint. Now you'd expect to see, even if it's flake off, you'd expect to see some sort of primer underneath. But to me, this looks like old top coat there, Joe, which is, I'd say it's probably why the outer panels have rusted so bad on the car. Let's say if you look underneath, it seems to be undersealed really well, and that's probably what's saved it, really. I mean, if it wasn't solid underneath, I'd definitely be sending this one to the scrapper, but it's looking like it can be saved. So yeah, that's the walk around of the Stag video done. So where do we go from there? The front trim, all the chrome at the front, headlights, tail lights, trim at the back, all needs to come out, as does all the interior seats, carpet and whatnot, just to reduce the risk of fire. And then obviously I'm going to start on the panels. Now I'm not going to buy any other parts like suspension bits, I'm not even going to look at that yet. I'm first going to start off doing the bodywork. So all the panels I need, I've just priced it all up. I think it was £2,564. So I'm going to get those ordered, and then we can crack on with the project. But first of all, I need to get this out of the way. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to see more videos like this.